I'm Davia Chambers. Welcome to Johnston Apartments in Storby, our location for this episode of Let's Talk Tobago. Come with us and explore this property located in Storby at the southwestern tip of the island. We've also got the scoop on everything that's been happening in Tobago. So stay with us as we bring you the details, starting with this week's headlines. Cocoa has been making a comeback in Tobago, and now there's even more incentive with the launch of the National Cocoa Awards competition. Tobago residents are being urged to ensure they are prepared to deal with the impact of natural disasters on their wallets, and Methodists are commemorating their 200th anniversary of the church in Tobago through lifestyle enlightening seminars. Details on these stories and more when Let's Talk Tobago continues. Do stay with us.
Tobago. The Tobago Day Awards 2018 is here. You can nominate an individual or organization that has provided outstanding service to Tobago, its growth and development in any field or sphere. For more information, you can contact the Office of the Chief Secretary at the Calder Hall Administrative Complex. Check our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page or visit our website at www.tha.gov.tt and download a Tobago Day Awards nomination form. Nominations close on Friday, 26th October at 4 p.m. It's the Tobago Day Awards 2018. Be a part of it.
Thank you for watching Let's Talk Tobago. We are at Johnston Apartments in Storby. Now, these self-contained rooms sit right on the property of the popular Crown Point Beach Hotel overlooking Storby Beach, which is frequented by locals and visitors alike. Now, the cocoa industry in Tobago once flourished, and it's making a comeback. As Current Freitas explains in our first story, the newly launched National Cocoa Awards is a big step in that direction. Here's more.
Cocoa and chocolate production is a billion-dollar global industry. Producing quality cocoa is also part of the heritage of both Tobago and Trinidad. It's an industry that's starting to grow again locally. And the recent launch of the National Cocoa Awards competition in Tobago is a signal that the development of the sector will continue. The launch was hosted by the Cocoa Development Company and the Tobago House of Assembly's Division of Food Production, Forestry and Fisheries. The competition is aimed at improving the quality of local cocoa beans, attracting cocoa farmer participation, and rewarding excellence.
When you come to Trinidad, Trinidadians tell you Trinidad has the best cocoa. And you will respond, no, Tobago cocoa is the best. And in 2009, when the competition, which is called the Cocoa of Excellence, was first hosted, one of the samples from Tobago actually won. So I am coming to the point very quickly about this competition, that you guys need, and ladies, need to wake up and understand what you have.
To be eligible for an award, farmers and processors must submit 10 kilograms of cocoa beans under two categories: small holdings for 15 to 50 acres and large holdings in excess of 50 acres.
This particular competition that we're promoting, apart from the production, you don't just produce more beans, you actually have to produce beans of really good quality. And that's where the post-harvest techniques come in. That's where you ferment your beans very well. You dry the beans exceptionally well, and you learn the difference.
The competition will also prepare this country's participants for the Global Cocoa of Excellence program. The program rewards the best sample of cocoa beans worldwide. Samples from Trinidad and Tobago have previously been ranked in the top 10 and received international recognition.
In 2011, cocoa from the division's Loisidor estate was recipient of an International Cocoa Award. Another major success was accomplished by the Tobago Cocoa Estate under proprietor Dwayne Dove.
All submissions for the National Cocoa Awards must be completed by December the 14th. The winning entry will be showcased at the Global Cocoa of Excellence program in Paris, France next year. I'm Current Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
Johnston Apartments is a very short stroll from the A&R Robinson International Airport. This means there's no hassle to get to your room on the first day of your vacation or to catch your flight on your last. Now, no one can control when and where hurricanes and earthquakes hit or the damage they leave behind. But one agency is raising awareness with the hope of limiting the economic impact of natural disasters, especially in the heart of the hurricane season. Omadara Mills has more in this report.
We live in a world where disasters occur all the time. In this month alone, Indonesia has been hit by a tsunami and an earthquake. In September, Hurricane Florence battered the eastern coast of America, and in August, a 6.8 magnitude earthquake off Venezuela's coast rocked Trinidad and Tobago. So the observance of International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction by the United Nations and countries around the world is critical. It helps to sensitize people about the need to be prepared for the impact of disasters. This year, the focus is on the economic effects of disasters and what people can do to reduce their financial losses.
We have to take into consideration that when we look at disasters, we tend to only look at the loss of life, but it's also the after effects which boil down to dollars and cents, and being able to be prepared by making sure that we do what we can in downtime, quote unquote downtime, we'll be able to mitigate those effects later on.
It's a concept the Tobago Emergency Management Agency TEMA wants everyone to know about. The agency conducted its sensitization campaign in several communities and schools. TEMA is urging everyone to have a communications procedure for their families, as well as a disaster kit with relevant supplies.
Make sure that everyone is prepared by having an emergency plan. Make sure that you share that emergency plan, not just, you don't have it on a shelf. Make sure that it is shared throughout your businesses. Make sure that you have it in your homes. Make sure that everyone is aware of the contents of that plan, and make sure that you exercise that plan. Because having a plan and knowing what the plan is one thing, but also making sure that you conduct some type of drill or exercise will help you in the event of something actually happening, because what we say is what you practice is what you do.
People should also pay attention to the location of their homes and businesses.
When you are building homes, it's very important to investigate or to go to get what kind of homes you should have in the type of area that you live in. You know, if you are living in a flat area, it might be flood prone. If you are living in a hilly area, you need to know how to build your home to sustain landslides and such. So you need to know the type of risk that can be associated with your area in order to mitigate against it. Because what happens is that it can cause economic loss.
International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction is observed on October 13th. In commemoration of the day, TEMA hosted a social media competition for the public. The competition has been used to raise awareness about the human, physical, and financial effects of disasters and what people can do to mitigate against them. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
If you're vacationing with family or large groups, Johnston Apartments is a great option. It features 27 one-bedroom apartments and a 3-bedroom apartment that can accommodate up to 10 guests. Now, with events such as the annual Tobago Heritage Festival, Tobago has become known for taking pride in its history and various influences. Methodism is one such influence that left a long-lasting legacy in the areas of Christianity and education especially. This year, the Tobago Methodist Circuit is celebrating 200 years of Methodism in Tobago, and the church has been engaged in various activities. Let's take a closer look.
Social outreach has been a part of the Methodist Church in Tobago for the past 200 years. So, in celebration of its bicentennial, the Methodist Church hosted an outreach campaign. The campaign included a historical exhibition at the Scarborough Library facility and a community day featuring random acts of kindness. Each of the 10 churches hosted activities in their communities. The Keenan Bonaccord congregation hosted free lifestyle enlightening seminars, including this one on the medical and psychological effects of marijuana.
In Tobago, we have a lot of people who has to undergo chemotherapy. Could you give us any information on that?
It's used by some people for pain relief, arthritis, sickle cell, any kind of pain, cancer, So some people, said it helps their pain relief and stuff like that. So for that reason, they use it.
Marijuana use or trafficking is illegal in Trinidad and Tobago, and research suggests that this drug may have psychological effects on some people, depending on the quantity and quality used and the method of consumption.
A lot of times we have persons who are actually dealing with mental disorders who don't want to go to the mental health unit and say, this is what's happening to me, but they use a drug that can alleviate the symptoms temporarily.
Adolescents who are still developing are the age group most susceptible to the effects of marijuana. Bon Accord residents were advised on ways they can help reduce drug use among young people.
Our protective and risk factors happen on 5 domains: the individual level, the family level, the peer level, the school level, and the community level. If we can strengthen the protective factors for young people, we automatically create an experience that makes the drug use unattractive.
The seminar was held to increase awareness on key facts surrounding marijuana. This is especially timely with increased public debate about the possible decriminalization of marijuana in Trinidad and Tobago. I am Kern De Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
Coming up next, Tobago embraces World Sight Day with free screening across the island. It's a feel-good story you'll only see on Let's Talk Tobago after the break. Stay with us.
Happy times. Summer car done, summer car, 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 summer car done, yeah, summer car.
Tobago. The Tobago Day Awards 2018 is here. You can nominate an individual or organization that has provided outstanding service to Tobago, its growth and development in any field or sphere. For more information, you can contact the Office of the Chief Secretary at the Calder Hall Administrative Complex. Check our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page or visit our website at www.tha.gov.tt and download a Tobago Day Awards nomination form. Nominations close on Friday, 26th October at 4 p.m. It's the Tobago Day Awards 2018. Be a part of it.
Comfort and cleanliness are top priority at Johnston Apartments. Each unit is fully air-conditioned and has all the comforts of home, including Wi-Fi and daily housekeeping. Plus, you'll also have your own private balcony to view stunning sunsets over the water. Now, those sunset views would be impossible without the gift of sight. It's something many people take for granted, but for World Sight Day, Tobagonians took their eye health into their own hands, all thanks to a very special initiative. More from Omodara Mills.
More than 300 people accessed free eye screenings during a 10-day vision screening campaign. The eye screening caravan was facilitated by the Tobago Regional Health Authority, the TRHA, in commemoration of this year's World Sight Day. The roving caravan visited various locations like the Scarborough Library Facility and the Mason Hall Health Center, in keeping with the theme, Eye Care Everywhere.
We are using this opportunity to reach as many people around Tobago, especially with this theme, is Eye Care Everywhere, which means we can reach out to places that these services do not normally get to just on a regular basis. For instance, like the prisons. We're able to go to the prisons and we screened over 90 persons.
Glaucoma, cataracts, and diabetic eye disorders are some of the top eye diseases identified in Tobago. Vision screening is one of the ways to find out if you have any of these challenges. Many participants were happy for the opportunity to check their vision. They are also encouraging others to do the same.
Speaking for myself, depending on the fact that we do use a lot of gadgets these days, getting your eyes tested is a must. It is a must. That's one of your main senses that you don't want going.
I will encourage others to come and get their eyes tested because it's an improvement to you and your health. And that's the sole reason. And because it's free. It's free.
Besides screenings, there are a few proactive steps people can take to preserve their eyes.
If you visit an ophthalmologist, have those checks done, fully comprehensive tests. That will give you an idea of what's going on with your eyes. So a healthy diet, you always have your tests done. And know your family history as well, because a lot of people don't know, that glaucoma might run in their family or certain eye problems might run in their family. Knowing your family history is also quite important.
Eye tests are more thorough eye exams that can pinpoint minute, severe, or progressive conditions. For people with relatively good eyesight, screenings or tests are recommended once every 2 years. World Sight Day is celebrated on the second Thursday of October each year. It's a reminder that we should do all that's necessary to preserve our eye health. I'm Amadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
At Johnston Apartments, Torbay Beach is practically at your doorstep by way of a private entrance to the beachfront. But if you prefer a dip in the swimming pool, you'll still have that spectacular view across the Caribbean Sea. Now research suggests that lower back pain is the leading cause of disability worldwide. A recent symposium is spreading awareness in Tobago to help residents manage and prevent back pain. More in this story.
Crack, crack. A sound too many of us are familiar with. The sound our backs make when the disc gets out of its normal position. And that was also the theme of the Tobago Regional Health Authority's seminar in celebration of World Physical Therapy Month. Crick crack, oh my back. The topics for the session were geared towards sharing information on prevention and management of back pain, which is one of the most common complaints from patients seeking physical therapy.
The most common cause of lower back pain is a muscle strain or other muscular problems. So that's one of the most common ones. And that usually heals in a few days to a few weeks. So muscle strain is like when you pick up something and you feel a pull. The lower back pain causes are attributed to an acute traumatic event or a cumulative traumatic event. What that means is either something happened to you now and you feel the pain, or something happened to you now, you feel it and it builds and it builds and it builds and it builds every day. You're like a saw that you're just sticking in the same spot.
Back pain affects 60 to 80% of people throughout their lifetime. However, 90% of people with lower back pain will recover in 3 to 4 months. Chronic back pain lasts the longest, up to 3 months on average.
Persons with arthritis, persons with fractures, persons with past surgical histories, herniated disc, spinal stenosis, scoliosis, past injuries, and persons who have little extra wear and tear on the spine from work or sport, they will be more predisposed to having, now that you go have it, they'll be more predisposed that you might have it to having it than the average person.
So how can back pain be prevented?
Pretty much live properly, move properly, sit properly.
The real aim is to get you to walk from uptown to downtown without quarreling. Just move. That's what we want you to do. Because the thing about the back pain is once you've had it once, there's a very strong likelihood that it will come back again. And once you sit, once you don't move, once you continue to move take 5 steps from your office to your car, and then another 5 from your car to your home, we're going to have problems.
The symposium was held at the Ann Mitchell Gift Auditorium of the Scarborough Library facility. I'm Carol Ann Wallace for Let's Talk Tobago.
Johnston's apartment is also the perfect starting point for a tour of Tobago, or if you'd like to experience the island's nightlife. There's also easy access to a range of mouth-watering local or internationally inspired dishes at a selection of restaurants, all within 15 minutes of your accommodation. We now stop in at the village of Signal Hill, where the Police Town Meeting series continued recently. For the police, it's a chance to create closer links with the public as part of their efforts in the fight against crime. For the residents, it's a chance to be heard. Here's more.
These are the residents of Signal Hill. They attended the most recent installment of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Town Meeting held in their district. They shared their concerns about a number of issues, including illegal guns.
I am a bit concerned that I'm not too sure what a gunshot sounds like. But there are times I'm in my bed or in my house and I hear some things going off like frequent gunshots in certain areas of this village. And I'm wondering if the police can do something.
If you hear a gunshot, call the police. There are areas, there are systems you can call, 211, 555, right? 639-2512.
The last time you all were here, I spoke about the problem that we have around the center here with the smoking. It stopped for a while because the center was rebuilt, but it has started again. So I would like to see some police patrol around the area here.
We will have to speak one-on-one to come up with a plan for your concern.
Another issue surrounding noise level from commercial businesses in the area.
I have a serious problem with noise. Beside the business places, well, in my case it's business places, playing loud music all up to whatever hour of the night, morning actually. The vehicles passing on the road with the loud, I don't call it music, I call it noise.
Business places supposed to turn the music down as it gets later. You know, as it gets later, the night gets still. Right, they're supposed to lower it down. Okay? I just spoke to Inspector Cooper about to engage the EMA on a Friday night or a Saturday night when the music is up loud, to come and test.
The meeting was held at the Signal Hill Community Center. I'm Crystal George for Let's Talk Tobago.
The Mason Hall Secondary School recently marked its 15th anniversary. We have some highlights from the celebrations. It's coming up next after this break. Stay with us. Let's Talk Tobago. We'll be right back.
They say it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters the most. And in the face of disaster, chaos, and panic, it is the Tobago Emergency Management Agency's comprehensive emergency response plans that will matter most to Tobago. This agency's modernized approach to emergency management is driven by technology, powered by networking, focused on community resilience, open to partnering, enhanced through training, and led by a highly competent and dedicated staff. This has positioned them as one of the premier disaster management agencies in the region and earned them Trinidad and Tobago Diamond Standard certification. Congrats, TEMA, Tobago Emergency Management Agency.
Tobago. The Tobago Day Awards 2018 is here. You can nominate an individual or organization that has provided outstanding service to Tobago, its growth and development in any field or sphere. For more information, you can contact the Office of the Chief Secretary at the Calder Hall Administrative Complex. Check our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page or visit our website at www.tha.gov.tt and download a Tobago Day Awards nomination form. Nominations close on Friday, 26th October at 4 p.m. It's the Tobago Day Awards 2018. Be a part of it.
There are always activities to keep you occupied at Johnston Apartments. You can play lawn tennis or table tennis for those looking to break a sweat. Or if slow and steady is your preferred way to relax, you can enjoy the poolside bar or have lunch at the restaurant. We move from Storby to Mason Hall as the Mason Hall Secondary School marked 15 years of providing quality education to students from the surrounding communities. In celebrating, the institution paid tribute to its former principals. Have a look at this story.
The village of Mason Hall got its first secondary school in 2003, the Mason Hall Secondary School. This year, the institution celebrated its 15th anniversary in fine style. The school marked the occasion in 3 ways: by hosting an awards function for present and past members of staff,
I suggest, therefore, that as you appreciate life, or more importantly, as you appreciate your role, your calling, or for that matter, your ministry, you become valuable not only to yourself, but to others.
Students were also honored at an Achievement Day ceremony.
As I reflect on the past, see the things that held me back, but now I'm moving forward. So from this day, if you believe that still remain, positivity would reign. Come on, all over me. Yes. Better than yesterday, nothing can stop me. So sit with me, I'm wiser.
And finally, the Mason Hall Secondary School renamed its blocks in honor of its past principals.
I am honored to have been recognized in this manner because the information age is upon us, and information technology is really the future for not just ourselves but the students in particular.
The anniversary celebration was themed Mason Hall Secondary School. Pride of the Valley, proud of the past, looking to the future. I'm Kern De Freitas for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's now time to have your say, the segment of our program where we hear from you, the viewers. We'll now have a look at who had their say this week.
Alright, so we're here with Miss Jordan right now. So we're here with Bruce right now. So we're here with Brent right now. We're asking Mr. Philip. And we're asking Bruce Winchester. I can't talk for it, I'm telling you.
Well, to be honest, my mind hasn't been on the hurricane season, especially that we haven't been under any recent threats of any sort. But now that I've been duly reminded, I will ensure that my house is secure, my roof, my windows, my doors. I will also ensure that my pantry is stocked with food items that my family can be fed if we are faced with any disaster.
Make sure we understand what the meaning of hurricane. It's not one place alone hurricane does destroy. Hurricanes are very serious.
You're making sure that the windows are secure, and I have tin food stuff in the house.
I'm doing everything that is possible. I know the rules, I know what I have to do.
I'm not really from here, so I'm not accustomed to hurricanes. So the only thing I know is I will get updates from the website, ODPM I think, and text from my colleagues and information from my colleagues.
Take precaution and stop. Let us using this word every year constantly that God is a Trinity. Nothing happen to us. We at all time we have to take precaution and listen to the TV, the radio, read the newspaper, follow up all the patterns about the hurricane because you never know what could happen.
Start by ensuring that I have all canned foods and water, ensuring that my documents are in plastic wrap and high above the ground, making sure that electricity I don't run out of. So I have a lot of rechargeable lamps and fans at home.
It's something that happens yearly, and so we need to prepare ourselves so that when the time comes around, we're not harmed them. All the instructions that are given, please take them, like what you do about your surrounding and your waterfall and these sort of things. It's very important. So I think Tobagonians should understand that, and they say your health is your wealth, and then your wealth is your safety.
We close yet another edition of Let's Talk Tobago, and as always, we thank you for watching. Please email us with your comments or queries about the program, and be sure to visit our website, like our Office of the Chief Secretary Facebook page, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Now, for more information on this property, you can contact Johnston Apartments at 631-5160 or visit their website at www.johnstonapartments.com. From our house to yours, I'm Davia Chambers, along with the Department of Information, Office of the Chief Secretary, Tobago House of Assembly, wishing you a safe and very productive week. We leave you with a montage of the International Cycling Classic 2018 Awards ceremony. Do enjoy.